everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full week of wearing green eyeshadow. So I challenged myself for 7 days straight to wear green eyeshadow. Today was the 7th day, so I will talk more about this look later. But yeah, I wanted to challenge myself, and let me tell you, it might sound silly, but this was a challenge for me because wearing pink eyeshadow and neutral eyeshadow is just my favorite, my comfort zone, what I prefer, what I enjoy the most. And yeah, green is just has not been one of my favorites over any time that I've ever worn makeup. So I learned a little bit throughout the week, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. I also wanted to mention that this video is completely inspired by Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag. On Instagram, she has done 1 week, 1 palette posts, and then she's recently started to implement those onto her YouTube channel. So I will link both her YouTube channel and her Instagram down below if you want to check out her videos, but I'm doing it a little bit differently because my green shadows aren't just in one palette, but it's going to be 1 week of green shadows. So it's inspired by her, but it is a little bit different because, like I said, I don't have a fully green shadow palette. But if you want to see the 7 looks that I came up with, then just keep watching. Today was the first look with green eyeshadow, and I used my ColourPop singles. All of these are singles from ColourPop and Kathleen Light's collaborations, but I used specifically these 3 from the So Jaded palette to create today's look. I used this light shimmery lime green on the lid, this color in the crease and on the outer corner, and this one to deepen out the outer corner. I also lined the waterline with this NYX liner in the shade All Time Olive, and that completes the first look. Hi guys, and happy Saturday. So this is the second day's look, and it's obviously a lot more minty than yesterday's was, so I just want to show you really quick what I used to get this look. Hopefully you guys don't mind like more of the vlogging style. I know it's like probably shaky, but it will just be a quick clip. So first things first, I used this e.l.f. Mint Melt shadow stick in the shade Meant For You. And then I pretty much used that all over the lid. And then I used a matte mint shade to just kind of set that. And that came out of this Chi Chi Pastels and Dreams palette. So that worked out pretty well. And then I just used the darkest greenish shade, like a forest green, from the ColourPop Fame palette. And I used that to make the liner on the outside, and then I did like a little bit of a shimmery green right there. It didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it to, but I used the green from the Juvia's Place, the Deuce palette. You know, overall, like I think it's pretty good, but based on what I was going for, the inner corners weren't exactly what I was wanting, so I ended up having to use a highlight from the Revolution X Soph palette, and that turned out a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I actually think I like this look better than yesterday's. I think more of the minty colors are probably like my favorite versus the more like olive and like goldish kind of greens. So yeah, so anyways, that's the look for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next green look. Hi everyone, so today is the 3rd look of the week of green eyeshadows, and today is the most subtle so far. So I used the Persona Identity palette, and I used one of my favorite shades in it, which is Bombshell. And this is the look for today. I wanted something a little bit more natural. It's more smoky and it looks darker in person, but with the camera I had to stand like right by the mirror because it's a really gloomy day. So hopefully you can actually kind of see what it looks like. I used the shade Bombshell, and then I used Maverick, Chic, Bossy, and Fearless. All right, that's it for today's check-in, and I'll see you for tomorrow's look. Hi guys, and happy Monday. This is the 4th look of the green eyeshadow. Not gonna lie with you, when I woke up this morning, I did not want to wear green eyeshadow. I really wanted to wear pink, and specifically I wanted to wear my Huda Nude Light palette. So I figured I would just kind of do like a half green, half pink look. So that's what we did today. So I used my e.l.f. shadow stick all over the lid and blended that out. Then I went in with the light pink matte shade from the Huda palette, and I blended that out on the outer part of my eyelid and into the crease. Then I used the green shimmer shade from the Juvia's Place, the Deuce palette, on the inner part of my eyelid. And then for the outer part of the eyelid, I'm very excited about this, but I used the light pink shade here from the Huda palette, and I hit pan in it, which this is my first shimmer shadow to ever hit pan on. So I'm very excited about that. Like, that's the little things, you know, especially since this is my favorite palette. This was super exciting to hit pan on another shade today. So that is it for today's look. I actually really like how it turned out. And then for the lip, I do have on the Persona liquid lip in the shade Flamingo. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow with the 5th look. Today is day 5 of the green eyeshadow. Today was a little bit different. I just used a green eyeliner, but I actually really like this technique because my eyes are hooded. I think when I look straight ahead, it looks like I have green eyeshadow on because the part on my lid is completely green when my eyes are fully open. And then when you look down, you can tell that it's just a winged liner. But yeah, I really like doing that with the color liner. So I used the NYX All Time Olive eyeliner. Hi guys, and welcome to day 6 of the green eyeshadow. So a little boring, but I promise it's green. I again used that shade Bombshell from the Persona Identity palette. In the crease and up into the transition, I used the matte, see if I can open this. Use the light matte purple shade from the Huda Nude Light palette. And yeah, I deepened up the outer edge, outer corner with some darker browns from both of the two. And that's what we're going with today. I'm kind of in a hurry, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do like a more in-depth look for the last day, but yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for that. So I'm sure you could guess by now that the look I had on in my intro is the last look of the week. So this is look 7, and I thought this was going to be very unwearable, very bold. I'm not leaving the house today, so I just went for it, but I tried graphic liner for the first time ever. I've not ever done this. The closest I've gotten is doing like, well, I guess it is graphic liner, okay, so whatever, but using like a glitter liner and just doing like a little bit in the crease, but I've never, done the liner here and then brought it up or anything like that. So yeah, that's the first time I've ever done that. I thought it would be a lot more bold, and I'm really glad that it's not, because I think this is a more wearable way for me to do something more fun like that. So let me just walk you through what I did. So first things first, I used some of my single shadows that I have in this ColourPop palette, and the one that I used all over the lid actually is a Ulta Beauty color. So it came in a little duo like years ago. And this is in the shade Petite, and I actually hit pan on it today. But I just put this all over the lid and all up into the crease, all the way up to the brow really. I put it everywhere to kind of set the eyeshadow base that I used, and also just to kind of give the liner look something to grab onto. I felt like that would help too, just to kind of cancel out my veins. Then I used my favorite ColourPop shade in the color The Libra, and I put that into the crease and also into the lid so that I had some sort of color to work with. Next, I used my new e.l.f. Mint Shadow Stick. I've been using this quite a bit this week. So the way that I made this work without making it too thick, because if I had just drawn this on, I think it would have been really thick, and that's not really what I was going for. So I used this brush from Sigma. This is their E05 eyeliner brush, and I just drew the brush onto the product and then went like that to make the liner. So I think this was probably the best decision for me to do like my first graphic liner look. I know I said I used like the glitter before in the crease, but this is like the first like traditional graphic liner look I've ever attempted. So yeah, that was a really good duo and way to do that, I think. And I actually like that I used like more of a pink base because I'm most comfortable in pink shadows. So I think that was a pretty easy way for me to wear green. Alright, so now that I showed you all of the 7 green looks that I wore throughout the week, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I learned about myself throughout the week. So, come day 4, I didn't want to wear green eyeshadow anymore. Even on day 3, I wanted to wear pink shadow, and I made myself wear the green. So some days were a little bit more green than others. And what I realized about myself is that, number 1, I prefer mint tones on myself. Looking back on look 1, I noticed that I didn't really like the lime green on myself. I think it kind of clashed with my eye color because my eye color is a little bit more cool toned. It leans a little bit more blue, and the lime green just almost looked yellow on my eyes, but in the pan, it is a true lime green. So those aren't my favorite tones. I do much prefer the mint colors on my eyes, and I also prefer the color from the Persona palette in the shade Bombshell. This is a very subtle green, but I think it looks really nice probably on anyone. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear this that I thought it clashed with their eyes or anything, but specifically I do really like it on my eyes. So with that being said, I think that the purchase of this e.l.f. Mint Shadow Stick was a really good one for me. I think it was a smart investment. I mean, it was only $5, but I do think this was a really good addition to my collection, and I'm trying to be a lot more curated with the things that I purchase these days. So yeah, I am very happy that I bought this. Moving forward, I do think I would like to challenge myself to do this a little bit more often. I'm not sure if a full week of blue shadow would really be an option for me because I actually don't own very much blue shadow, but I do want to kind of come up with different things to kind of push myself for maybe a week or a few days at least, to kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I did learn that I really like mint eye color or mint shadows on me specifically. So yeah, I would like to do a little bit more wearing the mint colors. With that being said, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that the two palettes that really made me want to wear more green shadow were the Child palette from ColourPop and the Mint Quad from e.l.f. I don't think I need either one of those. I would consider the Mint Quad just because I think the deep green in there is a little bit better than the one that I have. And to purchase that quad is probably even cheaper than buying just a single shade that's a similar tone. So that's kind of something that I'm considering, but I definitely don't want to do that right now. I want to think about it a little bit more and see how much I wear green shadow, specifically mint shadow, in the next few weeks. And then I might be able to decide that that's a good purchase for me, for my collection. But just because it's only $4, I don't just want to go buy it just to buy it. So that's something I will be thinking about. This was a good challenge for myself because today I did not want to wear green at all. I really didn't. Like I said, pink's my favorite color to wear, and that's all I wanted to wear today. But I'm glad that I made myself do this for like a true 7 days in a row. And yeah, I think this was a fun video idea, and I want to do more like this. So if you have any recommendations or suggestions of what you want to see from my channel and anything that you would like to see me try for a week, then let me know down in the comments. I would love to know that because I want to come up with more things to do like this. So maybe one week I'll just do a full week of pink shadow since it is my favorite. But yeah, let me know down below what you thought about this video and anything else that you want to see from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!